Hi guys, it's MegaDragonoid playing the great. I need to look it up because I can. The Great Ace Attorney
Chronicles.
Yep.
And we're back.
After so long, like stuff starting to happen, and yeah.
We solved it.
Well, it went from one to the other to the other to the other, and it all worked out.
Yeah, but we are simply solving it.
True.
Right?
Me also having a twisted ankle. Ow.
I hope you didn't dance too much.
I didn't dance, that's the problem.
Did someone dance on your leg? Maybe.
Very funny. I just fell from the bike. That's what happened. And then my feet was just stuck.
Your bike decided to dance on you then.
Oh my god, Justin.
Just imagine footage of bikes suddenly randomly dancing on Jenny.
You just tried to mimic a BMX. But it turns out that he twists his ankle, and now his ankle say, owie!
Yeah, I am ready.
Yes, I'm ready too. Let's go. Let's go.
But yeah, someone you want to explain where we left off?
We discovered there was another person in the carriage, taxi thing. And it was this little girl. And he has kind of have a connection with our sir on the right.
He?
Yeah, she was in connection with the sir on the right.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
First you said he, so that's why.
God bless you with the burp.
Thank you. Even though I don't find it like a sneeze. But anyway.
Let's go.
I snuck inside the carriage before he looked up on the oars, just like always. But it was right old ways of time. I got nothing to show for me troubles that night. I'll tell ya, you can't see a blind thing in that hiding place. Each pitch in there. Then after a while, a car this loud bang nearly jumped up my skin. I did, and a scream just came out. It's because all that this well found me. Did help me get away, mind. That's literally British accent.
Yes, he let you go.
I fail to understand why you would let this street urchin go, Mr. McGilded. Oh, 'tis simplicity itself, my lord. You see, she couldn't possibly have killed the other passenger. I knew that for a fact.
You're sure about that?
Are you sure about that?
How?
As I'm sure I said before, sir.
Give me a moment.
Moment gone.
2 moments gone.
Very funny.
You sounded like Waluigi when he laughed. Or
I'm talking more like being like Ace Ventura. Really? Stop it.
Just in laughter in the background there.
I was sitting on top of the place where she was hiding herself. I think a demonstration is called for. Really?
Are you sure about that?
This is where I was sat that night. And the cubbyhole of which you have spoken is underneath this seat, I presume. Yes. It does appear just large enough to accommodate someone of the girl's stature. Aye, but of course, the wee lass was stuck in there. Because I'd parked myself on the seat for the duration. Ah. So, you see, that's why I let the lass bolt. I knew that if the police found her there, they'd automatically assume she'd done it. But I couldn't live with myself if a young life was ruined when all the time I knew she was innocent. Even though you must have realized your action would result in your own innocence being called into question. Not at all, my lord, not at all. I knew in my own heart that I was innocent. So I thought it was worth taking a punt at my own good name for the sake of this less fortunate lass.
My goodness! Such a perfect gentleman.
My lord! This fine example of a man cannot possibly be guilty of a heinous crime like this. I'm ashamed of myself for ever doubting you, sir.
Did we just shifted that as well? Oh my god!
With calm, calculated reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Hers as well! We have everyone!
Saints alive! All 6 members of the jury consensual in their leaning to a verdict of not guilty.
Our vampire guy will not be happy to.
Yes, well, it must mean.
Must mean what?
That we are victorious.
We have won? Are you sure?
Objection!
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I was wondering when I was coming.
If the sight of my iron-heeled Wellington offense, pray to forgive the discourtesy. Oh. This really is a consummate example of the one monumental flaw in British judicial practices. Where evidence and reasoning should be paramount, emotion rules the day.
Motion?
The witness' latest statements give us clear insight into his true nature.
What do you mean his true nature?
You really think Scotland Yard would have made such a glaring omission? After the incident, the omnibus was comprehensively searched by officers of the police. Obviously, the affair of this cubbyhole, as the witness put it in, was included in their investigation. The compartment under the Prostacious cat was full of the coachman's belongings. Noted in black and white here in the police report.
Good lord!
The evidence has been tampered with. In order to corroborate Mr. McGilder's story, someone was awfully removed everything from under the seat.
What? Ow!
Order! How could such a devious contrivance possibly have been effected, Counsel?
Naturally, we must acknowledge the fancies of the constabulary in allowing this to have happened. However, I assure you, when the omnibus was wheeled into the courtroom this morning, the compartment under the seat was not empty.
I do agree.
Well, my Nipperman's friend,
Me?
when the carriage was submitted to us as evidence, doubtless you examined the final detail with as many self-respecting but practitioner of the law. Pray, what did you find the condition under the seat compartment to be?
Oh, to be sure, the young gentleman will be able to clear this up in a jiffy.
Sorry?
Go ahead. You tell the court now, fella. How this is all an elaborate excuse by the desperate Lord Van Zeek.
No, there was stuff in it. We checked.
Well, Counsel, do you have something to say on this matter?
How am I supposed to answer? What can I say about the state of the little compartment under the seat omnibus?
Apparently it says you can pick any option, but I would just say it wasn't empty.
Well, we checked before the smoke event happened, and there was bags in it. Don't we all agree?
Yeah, I remember that too.
Sure.
So yeah, definitely say it wasn't empty.
I said yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I really don't know if I given the answer if helping me cause for defense, but as far as I remember at least. When I first examined the compartment, I'm fairly certain there was a number of articles inside it, yes.
Are you sure, Counsel? Bewitched! What do you say now, you daft doll? I thought you were on my side here.
Hmm?
We're just saying what we saw.
What game are you playing? Your task is to defend the man, understand? Why would you say something to compromise his position?
We're only telling the truth. As the advocate of the defense in this trial, I confess is still not entirely sure where I stand. But it seems to me I should state the facts that I know as clearly and honestly as possible.
Interesting.
It's not altogether pleasing, fella.
I'm simply telling the truth, McGilded.
Well, don't forget that you're supposed to be representing my best interest here, lad. Now then. A fellow's memory is a curious thing, and not altogether reliable. No, the court must consider the facts. But there, Cabello, under the seat is as empty as the devil's heart, so 'tis.
But there were backs in it.
Do you think perhaps it would be in your best interest now to admit that you might have been mistaken?
Why do I have the feeling something is not right here?
I should like the jury to weigh in on this matter, I think. That compartment is designed to house equipment used to maintain a smooth running of the carriage. The Guild's rules state that omnibuses should be properly and fully equipped at all times. So it certainly wouldn't have been empty on the night in question. Beppo isn't that irresponsible. That money-lending fleecer and the pig purse are lying. Oh, for Pete's sake!
Ah! I can't believe I was nearly taken in. Stinking fish always stinker. Nothing but cows. The lot of them. What? Oh no! Oh no! It's a trick, of course, it's a trick. We had him! And now we're just like, oh.
Quite so, I must concur here.
Jesus has even waited again! Oh, come on, for Pete's sake!
With calculating reasoning, one arrives clearly at the truth every time.
Yeah, but every time a different truth, it seems.
My lord, I humbly exhibit the scales of justice. Clearly a verdict is not guilty at this time would be wholly inappropriate.
Thank you, Counsel. But before we proceed any further, there is the matter of the outstanding cross-examination. Counsel for the defense, begin your questioning of the witness, please.
Yes, my lord. What just happened? The whole balance of the trial just shifted almost beyond recognition. The power of the Bailey is at work. Was seen.
Cross-examination.
Okay, Justin.
You need to press on the 5th statement, which is the last one, I believe.
And when Mr. McGill discovered you, he pulled you out the hiding place.
I was scared stiff. He dragged me out and sat me down in a seat at all.
Next to the victim, Mr. Marson.
Yeah, the bloke at the knife in guts. He was still bleeding. The carriage launched a bit, but he ended up falling into me. And how awful. How awful.
Sorry.
What? Me? And I got covered in blood? Make me feel sick like a dog.
Both her hands covered in blood? It must be when the roof passengers saw. I believe you talked with Mr. Gilded for a while, is that correct?
He asked me some stuff. Want to know my name and what I was up to do that? After I heard something from above, something screamed.
Yes, Mr. First, on the roof deck, one would presume.
I didn't want to see my face, so I didn't look up. Then I lost the withdrawal smartest, and this Irishman says to me, "Get back under the sheet. I'll see that you can get away later." All 6 members of the jury has declined the defendant was innocent.
For one brief shining moment, yes.
It's clear that they are still very unsure. We could find some conclusive piece of evidence along the testimony. I'm sure he would clinch the verdict we want.
Yes, I think you're right. And I have an itching feeling. Something bothering me, but I just can't quite put my finger on it. Now adjust in.
So, it says press on the third statement.
So you couldn't see out into the cabin at all.
No, the yacht knows did I push the caution up with me and a look out to crack. Then I hear a butt came out of a butcher said him gonna settle.
Thought you were a pickpocket, not a butcher.
Me, I can have a look and still get under in that splashes the owner. See? Almost all time, the passengers plant themselves opposite. But for some reason at night, Air Irishman spent the whole journey right over my head.
For that reason, you were able to push the cushion up to peek out, I see.
Do this. I aren't too happy in small dark places. Used to much being thrown at the clink. What are you laughing at?
Now you have to pursue him about that line.
Pursue. Is something wrong, McGilded?
Oh, I do apologize. Was there something the matter, Council?
I'm just wondering if Miss Lestrade last comment made something occur to you, perhaps? You seem to be thinking about something to yourself.
Oh, no. It was nothing important. I was feeling bad for the poor lass, is all.
Then why are you laughing?
I remember feeling desperate myself as a young lad. Shut up in the dark. 'Twas terrifying, so it was.
I see, yes, I'm sure we can all sympathize. I'm still scared of the dark. I'm still scared of the dark now.
Aye, and I don't know about yourself, but I find that the darkness seems to make everything you hear seem that much louder as well.
Yeah. I suppose dust, maybe.
Miss Lestrade, do you hear something that night? Anything? Any uses noise, perhaps?
Nah, not really. All I could hear was an Irishman snoring.
Hey Jabez, there's no need to tell the whole world of me foibles, you little scamp.
What a pity. If only Miss Lestrade had heard something, and might have given us a future clue.
Yes. Shouldn't we make out the last statement of hers?
It is very important. It's profoundly important.
My lord! I believe that statement just made the witness is profound important.
Profoundly important? But all she said was that she heard nothing.
Yes, which is the profound and important point. I'm almost sure of it.
I'm almost sure that I don't understand the inner workings of your Eastern mind, Council. Nevertheless... Miss Gina Lestrade, you will supplement your formal testimony by repeating that last statement, please.
What? The puppet? What are you on about? Don't give me all your fancy talk. I know what you're trying to do, and it won't work on me.
That's right, insult the judge. Always a good move.
So now there should be a new statement that says that she was straining her ears. So you need to press on that one.
They were straining to hear what was happening to the entire time. The moment you hear yourself.
Not exactly, no.
Sorry?
Well, there was one in the cabin to start with.
There was one?
There was no one.
There was no one to start with. I could push up a curtain and leave our branches to see what is what. But then, when I saw the shrill getting on, it got me. And then I couldn't notice me.
Mr. Gill sat on the seat under which you were hiding, correct? I love his reactions are like.
What I could have was listen. Hey, listen. Was ready to jump out of there soon as I can't leave, you see. But would it? Unlikely. Even though we stopped in there, I never heard the door open. So I just had to spear, put listen and dive in a pig's market, more like an old dog he was.
Are there any conclusions we can draw from that? I wonder.
It does not add up.
Mr. Straight, what are you... I've just told the court. Clearly the odds with the facts.
Huh?
Can?
At odds? Are you sure, man?
Absolutely.
It seems that my learned Nipple's friend is not as dull with it as I feared.
So Van Ziek realized it too.
Counsel? I must insist that you bolster your claim of evidence, or some complicit party's name at the very least.
Yes, my lord.
I expect you to demonstrate this alleged contradiction to the courts.
According to Mr. Straight, whilst he was hiding in the omnibus that night, he heard nothing but the sound of McGill's snoring. But think, Runus Seke. Think. Twice now? There's something else she could have.
So, you need to show a person.
Farewell, my lord. Well, allow me to elaborate. The particular sound that Mr. Straight could not have failed to hear on the night in question. The very particular explained the presence of a following person.
Price-fired Mason.
I was expecting it was him.
Take that!
Price-fired Mason.
Yes, my lord, the sound of Mr. Straight could not have failed to hear. Was of the victim, Mr. Mason, boarding the omnibus.
Order! Order! Explain your reasoning, counsel.
Mr. Straight, allow me to confirm something. You claimed earlier that you were the first person on board the omnibus. Is that correct?
Yeah, of course I was. I got a while the driver was in the pub, didn't I?
And the next person to board the omnibus was Mr. McGilded.
That it was! Not a soul was in the cabin when I climbed aboard. At least, not in plain sight.
So you were, to all intents and purpose, alone in the enclosure cabinet of the omnibus at all the time.
Did I not just say as much? I wasn't traveling with anyone else, if that's what you mean.
Yeah, I saw him get in, remember? Through the crack under the seat caution. He was for the one for sure.
And from what we have heard, the carrier made of stops after that on its onward journey. During which time did you not hear the door opening and close at all?
Nah, I never heard it. That's exactly what I was listening for, waiting for the swell to leave.
In which case, when and how did the victim end up in the carriage?
Ah,
You know the victim collapsed inside the enclosure cabinet of the omnibus. Therefore, a straight statement about what she did or did not hear is the odds with the facts.
Yes, this pretty thief statement was clearly flawed. Flawless victory.
Lord Van Zeeks.
Yes, he knew all too well there was an inconsistency with Miss Lestrade's statement.
I would seem words of thanks are in order for my learned friend.
What are you talking about?
You have demonstrated matters impeccably. This witness and her colorful statements are entirely unreadable. Her words are convenient untruth and nothing more. Is that right? He could be the victim, possibly not a portrait on the omnibus. It makes no sense, however, what's happened. And this girl was pickpocketed? Let's not forget that.
Oh, Granny. Oh yeah. Oh no.
Ah, nuts.
Ah! She didn't even say anything.
I didn't go to church, my dear little miss, just because he was here running naughty ways. But I must say, I can't abide liars.
And neither can I.
Let me guess, another kaboom!
Yes.
Give me a moment. And I'll take my medication.
Medication.
Mr. Foreman.
I didn't want to judge the girl just because she has some less than salubrious ways. But I must say, I cannot abide liars.
Uh-oh.
Yep, another one. It's just leaning all the way back. Ah!
Mr. Naruto, these 5 jury members leaning towards guilty. No. Well, your consideration for order is refreshing, my close friend. A toast to the constable troubles you have spared me. Yes, very refreshing.
Ow!
Ah, what are you playing at? Have you forgotten who you're working for, you useless Eastern Amazon?
Hey.
This carnage is perfect. Oh, let me guess. He's got like a boom. Your number 2 is the only one left.
Mr. Naruto, the way this is going.
I know. You can't find some new ways to convince everyone for Mr. Van Gilda's innocence. The judge will rule, and we have lost.
I very much wanted to believe the words of one of London's most respected gentlemen. But
Uh-oh.
those of us in service know we must accept hard truths.
Hold it!
Huh?
What? Yes, the winner's last statement seemed to be a little bit inconsistent in her story. However, if we consider the possibility that her statement is in fact the truth, it might shed an entire new light on this whole case.
What are you saying, my nipple-pulse friend?
Counsel!
I'm sorry, sir. Whatever do you mean?
I love how her hands just frozen in midair like that. Counsel, I will not tolerate you attempting to prorogue my adjudication. Explain yourself at once.
While the accused boarded the omnibus at the night in question, the victim was nowhere to be seen. Subsequently, the carriage door was not heard opening in a single time, as specified by the witness.
And yet, the victim's body was found inside the carriage.
If disparate Petit's words are to be believed, how do you explain the victim's miraculous appearance inside the cabin of the omnibus?
There's only one way to explain the victim came inside the carriage.
There's another entrance. The skylight, bro.
Skylight, skylight.
Hey, good notice. I forgot about that little spotty there. Literally, there's a little spot. Huh. If the door wasn't open even once, the only explanation is that the victim entered the enclosure cabinet some other way.
Objection!
Objection. I wondered what new fantasy you would have come up with your blind panic.
It's not blind, you're being blind.
But behold, the omnibus is here for all to see. Only one side of the enclosed cabin is furnished with a door, the other has only windows. Fixed windows which cannot possibly open, in short. There is no entrance to the cabin other than that door.
Objection!
Objection, he said.
But there could be. There's only one possibility you haven't considered.
Oh, really?
Yes, one other way inside that isn't the door. Not opening to use, which is allowed the victim to appear inside the enclosure cabin.
Huh?
Alright, counsel. The defense will identify the location for the court. Here is the omnibus on which the incident occurred. Where on earth is this entrance by which you... okay.
Sorry.
Cabin.
Where on earth is this entrance by which you propose the victim entered the cabin?
You don't have to say it twice, you know. You could just continue where you missed it. Well, we know where it is, so...
Take that!
Take that.
The answer is obvious. It can only have been the skylight.
I say, the skylight!
Objection!
Objection. Your Elizabeth proposal almost had me lost for word, however.
Objection!
The skylight might have been large enough for someone to pass through.
Objection!
Objection. So you claim! But you have shredding evidence to support your idle brain theory?
Both Mr. McGilded and Miss Lestrade said the same in their testimony. This game they have heard a loud thud as the noise came from someone falling to the floor.
Yes, which has already been explained.
Yeah, that was the victim.
As the sound of the victim falling from his seat, having been assaulted with the dagger.
Yes, it was, but would a man slipping from the ceiling onto the floor really been such a loud noise? The witness described it. A noise magistrate let out an involuntary scream effect.
Why?
Good gracious!
Perhaps, in fact, that was the moment the victim made his entrance into the cabin. Now let me rephrase that. The victim didn't enter the cabin as such. He fell into it.
Objection!
Objection. You're now suggesting that the victim fell from the skylight into the cabin? That's simply impossible!
How can you be so sure?
Because if the victim has fallen inside through the skylight, as you say, the passengers of the roof deck would have seen it happen. Could it be one of them that stabbed him and then put him in the opening in the skylight when he fell inside the cabin? That Mr. McGilded actually went in shock and tried to stop the bleeding?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Possibly.
Who knows? And yet, not a one person made mention in such events in their testimony because they are lying. One is put up on a hold to lie as well.
Well, yes, that's true, but
Might a humble fella make a wee comment here?
Mr. McGilded?
To be sure now, the two fellas who were sat on the roof that testified afore said nothing of the victim falling through the skylight. But it seems to me, my lord, that 'tis not so much a case of them not saying, but tis a case of them being unable to say.
What?
I think perhaps the two fellas do be having something of a compelling reason not to mention what happened. Would you not agree, fine ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Oh my goodness, surely not.
The two champs on the roof? It's all like ding, 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 ding. Look at the guy! Look, quick, he's diving. Look how fast!
He's still
I
going.
know it.
Slap. 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 Now, was it you or me who did this one?
You.
You.
You mean the ones who stuck that knife in the man were...
Hold it. Just what exactly are you inserting here? You believer!
What the heck are you doing? What is he doing?
It looks like a monkey. Come here, monkey.
You ready? He said, you ready? Why are you insulting?
This is screaming a bitch. I'm good mind to give you a blinker in a minute.
Eh,
He will give you a shiner in a minute, he said. And so will I. Mr. Fairplay.
You are fucking excusing me, a subtle gentleman involved with the banker.
And me, a very angry hatter.
Mad Hatter, yes.
That someone like you have stabbed that man in the guts. It's a disgrace. It's scandalous. It's wrong. I protest. I protest in the strongest possible terms.
That's right, but protest still. How about you, you rotten scoundrel?
Yeehaw! Yeehaw!
Order, order, order! This is not the time, witnesses. I will not permit this wanton invasion of the stand. Return to the anteroom at once.
But this is beyond reason, my lord. This is outrageous.
It is very hurtful, you know.
Yeehaw!
My lord, if I may comment.
Go ahead, Lord Van Seeks.
It was the defendants was in citadel. It is outburst from the witnesses. My learned friend has seen fit to abandon all protocol and accuse the witness without proof.
Accuse? I'll never intend to.
It seems, young Nipples, that your command of the English tongue is wanting. You propose to discourage that the victim fell through the skylight from the roof deck of the omnibus.
You said this one?
Yes. That hypothesis cannot possibly stand without a roof of Batinos being aware of the events. You have branded these gentlemen liars. You have admitted their criminal guilt. In our British courts of law, that is what it's termed a baseless accusation.
I know I was rash to put this idea forward without any extra evidence, but you cannot just dismiss it without a single thought. What are we wasting time for? Get them to testify. Come on, stupid knife, get out.
I thought there was something fishy about that hat from the moment I laid eyes on the fellow. We have to see this matter through now, one way or another.
If there's filth and rubbish in our minds, we must dispose it all of over once.
Fine. Justify!
Testify! Testify!
Justify!
Testify!
Be quiet for a moment. Listen. Go ahead, Sira.
What's happening, Mr. Naruhodo-san?
The spectators in the gallery are completely they are in complete frenzy. Boom! Slowly silent.
Mr. Fairplay and Mr. First.
My lord?
You will take the stand again and make another formal testimony. In reference to the indictment brought by the defense.
Yes, my lord.
I didn't come here for this.
Oh, there is some kind of a hint that they are actually kind of nervous.
Yeah.
Or not.
There's no time to think this through. All I can do is keeping pushing forward.
Witness's testimony.
Refuting the accusation. We were the only two people on the roof deck. Dead or alive, I can swear on that.
You didn't know what happened when we were sitting. Don't you think one or the other of us would have noticed?
In any case, neither of us knew the first thing about the victim. We had no reason to kill the man.
And the sky was shut the entire time. I tell you, I couldn't possibly have opened it. Yeah.
So you are sure the victim fell through the skylight? Where is your proof? There comes the proof. There comes the proof.
I must say that on listening to this testimony, it is somewhat hard to imagine.
Why, Sira?
After just
How either witness could have performed any malevolent act on this open rooftop deck, without the other noticing forthwith.
That's right, you say.
We're innocent, I tell you.
Not if logically. Of course, you would have fallen down if you two were in your conclusion with one of another. What?
Eh?
According to an investigation by Scotland Yard. The two witnesses share no common dealings.
I don't trust Scopus anymore. Then I trust the stinking. Then I trust the stinking rich. Something doesn't feel right here. Trial's going in favor, really. But why do I feel so uneasy?
Counsel for the defense, over to you. Your cross-examination, please.
Oh, yes, my lord.
Alright, so you want to press on the third statement.
One and two. Ini free. Okay.
Hold it!
We have no reason to kill the man.
So you have never heard of prize-fired Mason before?
Oh, Lumen, no! Not once, never!
To be sure. You never met the man before, you said never! And you, Mr. First, you're not part of this with the victim either? That's right, sir. Haddas doesn't have much to do with brick makers, to be perfectly honest, sir.
No, I imagine not.
You see, how many different ways can I put this? Neither of us have to remote connection to the gentlemen who are inside the cabin. Huh?
Excuse me.
Sauce me.
Mr. McGilded?
Yes, Council. What can I be doing you for?
Didn't Winner's last statement gave you a pass for tough somehow?
Not the remotest connection. Is that right now? Wonder.
Huh?
What are you insinuating now?
Ah, Mr. Fairplay. It has been too long, so it has.
Eh?
If I'm not very much mistaken, I believe 'tis fast approaching, is it not? Your repayment date?
I beg your pardon?
You borrowed 20 guineas from me, sir.
At a concessional rate of interest, you tricked me. It is extortion.
Well now, is that a touch of begrudgery, is it? The sort of begrudgery that might motivate a fella to pass his crimes off on another?
Oh.
Sorry, I just can't help it. I just love it.
And young Mr. First.
Me sir, what do you want from me, sir?
You do be making hats for a living, do you not?
His head is just like a
That had a mode.
That there top hat sliding about on your head. Is that one of your own creations, is it?
Oh well, you're also an apprentice, you understand? Looking to find the perfect fit for every fine gent walking through the door.
The perfect fit, is it? Well, 'tis a very distinctive design, so it is.
Many customers like it, I tell you. They are like they have touch.
Customers such as Thrice-Fired Mason.
Eh?
There was a photographic print of the victim submitted as evidence of fraud, my lord. Oh, the hat! Oh, yeah, the hat does look very similar to Mr. First's hat. Same sort of stitching. Hmm?
Kinda,
oh,
yeah.
This you mean? I can't help thinking that the poor fella's hat looks distinctly familiar, wouldn't you say?
And oh, that's one of my hats.
Aye, that it is. So it seemed the brickmaker was a customer of yours. The sort of customer, I'd wager, you could have had a wee quarrel with over the distinctiveness of the goods.
No, sir, absolutely not, sir.
Well, there's really nothing more to add. It wouldn't be right to say that the two fellas here haven't the remotest connection to the victim, you see. I rest my case.
You little weasel! Ah!
He's better at this than I am.
Oh gosh, Mr. Gilded has certainly been true in his research, hasn't he?
Dot 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 dot. Please don't let my little interruption hold up the proceeding.
But did we just got a trophy for that?
Yeah. Cat hunter. Alright, so now we have to press on the fourth statement.
Press, you say, okay?
Hold it!
You're quite certain about that. The skylight was shut the entire time.
I'm going to lose my block with you in a minute.
He's going to lose his back with you in a minute. That's what he said.
Take a look for yourself. Go on! You see? It's shut fast now. Just like it was on the night.
So it is. Of course, a fellow the size of Mr. Mason could likely break right through it, still in awe.
What? What?
Just looking at the side of the thing, you understand?
Ugh. Now you hold there in a minute, sir. The size of that thing means nothing. Not on its own. Let's consider the bigger picture here, shall we?
Let's stop biting your cane, shall we? And I just was riding the omnibus on the occasion when I broke my wind loudly. I shocked myself with it as it happens.
This is an unexpected confession, Mr. First.
Well, I mean to say that, well, to the point is, I tried to open the skylight, you see.
Bro?
But mind your luck, I couldn't make it budge. The stench was terrible. Everyone was looking daggers at me, and so I ran and read as a rogue. I did.
Are you expecting me to sentence you?
Oh, great.
Wait, that ain't...
No, sir. The point is, the sky can't in the open. I tried and tried, but when I was inside the cabin of shame.
I think you missed something, bro.
I did.
Like, when he said the skylight couldn't be opened, someone responded to that. In the amongst the people being judged. Amongst the
I did say
witnesses,
that.
No. You know that. Oh, you jump in and you pursue someone when they react a certain way? I think you missed that.
Oh. Yeah, stuff started to happen again. The sky doesn't open, you say? So that proves it. You have kicking the victim in the cabin before I tell you, neither of us would. Nobody mentioned anything about kicking anyone.
Like I said, these are little nuggets at best. It's the mother lode we should be looking for.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, let's get back to that one.
Hold it!
Wait, that ain't...
Excuse me!
There we go. You have something to say about that, Miss Lestrade? And this is where I'm sadly I have to put an end to it. Sorry. Just, I have a limited time and I want to also be a little bit rested.
Yeah, he wants to get a nap before he's going to get the barbecue done.
Yep. Little tiny nap, if it's okay.
He's going to take a nap. The nap.
Give everybody applause.
So yeah, this is sadly the end. If you liked the content so far, make sure to hit the sexy free follow button, the notification bell. You know where to find me on social media, and yeah. Well, yeah. You can also follow in just Shira. I believe their stuff are in the description below, but just in case they can do it if they want to. Otherwise, yeah.
If you want to go to my YouTube, you just search for Princess Sira with the light blue hedgehog under it. And for my DA for the art, you search for Sira the Hedgehog. And there you go it.
My YouTube is just Parodies Man. My Twitch is just Parodies Miner. My DeviantArt is literally my name, Justin Hunt. Justin T. Hunt, I believe. I have a book called Phaon Fables, Rise to the Challenge. And I'm also trying to do my own ARG, so that's a lot of fun too. And that's about it for me. So yeah, we'll see you next time around.
Indeed.
Yes.
Until next time, everybody. Bye bye.
Peace.